Hello, my crafty friends. Well, we're here to do part 2 to these cards that I'm going to be sending out. Um, I thought I was going to go ahead and have them backed and cut up when I started today, but I realized I wanted to do some stamping on them first. And so I am going to go ahead and put the backing on them, and then I'll do that. Okay, I'm going to let's move them down a little bit. I'm going to use these avocado dyed composition book pages for my backing. And I had made these, some of them, this is oriented with all the text and everything the right direction. And this one was like this. But you can't really tell much about it, so I'm not going to worry about that anymore. I'm giving up on that one. That's just not important at this point because you can't see it. You have to really look hard, and I don't think it's probably that important. Okay. Oh, I just dropped a glue stick on the floor, but I'll just get it later. And I'm just gonna glue this directly onto here in one big sheet, and then I will I'll come back and trim off the edges. If I can get one edge to be straight on there, I'll do it, but I'm not going to fret too much about that, getting it on there perfect. The most important thing is to get it on there good. So, and some of the edges are curled and all of that, so I'm just going to do it right in the middle. That's what I've decided. I just now made a decision very quickly to put it in the middle, and that way I don't have to worry about trying to line it up while I'm trying to keep it from getting stuck down. Okay. There's that one. Let's just move it over here. And we'll do this one now. And I think I'm putting on plenty of glue so that the paper won't, come up when I cut it. But if I'm wrong, I can always glue it back down. Won't be the end of the world. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Just stick it on there. And it may not be perfectly straight. When I cut these, the lines on the back may not be perfectly straight with the way the cards are cut because I just did it this way, but hopefully it'll be okay. All right. So now I have 2 of these, and obviously that glue is wet because it's bowing my things, but we're just going to not worry about that. We're going to go on. I think I want to use this stamp that I got at Hobby Lobby when they were had things, 75% off. Trying to see what the little green sticker was on there. Hero Arts. Okay, so that's, well, it says it over here too. They just want to make sure, for sure, that you know who made it. And I'll leave that on there. That'll remind me I got a bargain on it. I always get a bargain on stamps, or I don't buy stamps because I think they're priced ridiculously at regular price. So now this may not print off perfectly, and I will not be surprised by that, and nor will I worry about it. It's actually doing really well. I don't think it'll look like too many. I hope not. I hope it won't look like I did it too much when I cut them up. I want to make sure some of it gets on every one of them. Okay. I like that. I'm going to do the same thing to this one. Some of the ink is going over the gold, which it would have been better if I'd done this behind it, I think. But it is what it is. Layers are layers, so they don't all have to be the perfect thing. I think I want one right here too. Not sure how I want it to go. Either way, it's going towards 2 and away from 2, so I don't guess it really matters. Okay. That may have been one too many right there in the middle. We will see. Let me clean this off a little bit. Just a second. Oh, I think I just about caused a craft-a-lanch over there. Okay. Hopefully it won't fall until I get off here. Okay, I like that. Pretty good. Trying to decide if there's something else I want to do before I add images to it and words. I'm really tempted to just add words, but we'll see what it looks like when I cut it up. I'm thinking it might look fun with some splatters, but it's not going to splatter very well all curled up like that. I think I'm going to let it dry just a little bit where they're not so curly, and then we'll come back. Okay. Well, I went ahead and got them flattened out, and I straightened them, and I decided against the white splatters, and I may regret it, but I think they're really pretty just like this. I didn't want to take away from any of this other stuff with white splatters that would just really show up. So that was my decision. Let me get out my paper cutter and hope that we can cut them with that. It may be a mistake. Oh, there's a place I didn't cut very good. Okay. So let's see. If I make these 6 by 4, I can't get that in here. So I may just cut them into quarters, which would be 5.5 by 4.25. So they're going to be this size rather than a postcard size. But I'm going to put them in an envelope anyway, so it doesn't matter. One thing about this is there's no waste. It would make nice ATCs, though. I really like them just like this. I don't really want to do anything else to them. Isn't that terrible? Because there's all kinds of other things I could do, but I really like them like this. I think I'm going to go scan this one in before I cut it. I meant to do that with both of them, and I forgot. I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, I did that, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this one at 6 so I can make some ATC sizes. Because if I'm right, that's 2.5, slightly more than 2.5 inches. So by 3.5. So they won't be perfect ATCs. So I won't send them to any perfectionists. Okay, I could have made that one into a tag and not wasted that little bit, but oh well. Okay, so I've got 4 of these that are 4.25 by 5.5, which is the size of a standard quarter-page card. And then I'm going to have 2 that are 4 by 6. Or something close. Let's see if that turns out to be 4. Almost. And this one is a little over 3 by 6. So maybe I'll make that one into a tag. So nothing will go to waste. Even that little bit I'll put in my trash art box for whenever we decide to do that project. Okay. So this one I'm going to make a tag. And these 3 I'm going to make into ATCs. And then these are postcards. But all of these will probably be sent in envelopes because they're too textured. I don't know if, well, these might actually go through the mail. I don't know. I'll have to see. But what I want to do next is chomp all the corners. And the ATCs, I'm going to do a small corner chomp, the 1/4 inch. So that works out really nicely, I think. Gotta. Okay. I'm going to go through and chomp all the corners and glue down any edges that are loose like that was. And then I'll come back and we'll go on to the next step. Okay. Well, what I want to do next is ink them up. And trying to figure out where my, here it is. I'm going to ink them with this, and then I'm going to come back around and ink the edges with black. So let me find my, I'm going to use my little black ink straight off the pad to do the edges. And I'm going to use that does not look brown. Oh, here it is. I know I had a brown one. Okay. And I want the brown to make kind of a deep shadow since I'm going to edge it with black. And I want them both to show. Okay, so I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to come back and do black right on the edge. And that's how they're going to look. So I'm not going to do that on camera because that'll take a long time. And once you've seen me do one and you can see the difference between this and this, then you know what I'm going to do. So I'll come back and show them to you when I get them all done. Okay. Well, I've inked around them all. And I think they're really pretty just like this. And I'm tempted to just leave them exactly like this because I just think they're gorgeous. But I also think it would be nice to have something on them. And I like something about peace or serenity because that's how they look to me. They look serene. It just reminds me of being in the bottom among the trees in a forest or something. And so I kind of like this. May God grant you peace. Or this one that says, live simply, expect little, give much, love extravagantly. And this one says serenity. And I have, if I use all of these, I have just enough to do this. My only problem is, now these are, we'll start with these because well, I should have got my fabric scissors. If I can, kind of rough up the edges after I've made them smaller, that'll be good. Okay, like that. And I think since this is the smallest words I have, that I'm going to put these on the ATCs. Just like that. And I like it, but there's part of me that really likes it just like this. I'm having a hard time. I wish I was live right now and y'all could tell me, leave it alone, or yes, add the words. Oh, I don't know. I think I'm just going to go ahead and add the words. Oh, great. I hate it when they get glued enough that the head pops off the pen, because that makes the pen, you know, not useful anymore. I'm going to get a new pen. Just a second. Okay. We're going to do this one and we'll see what we think. And I'm going to I'm not going to glue it all down, just where the word is, so that it can, you know, have the texture that we like from adding fabric. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm tempted to let this one be kind of like this. It's hard to know. Okay, there's that one. I just think I like them down in the bottom third of the card. I don't always do that, but for these, that just seems to be where they want to be. And not necessarily centered. This one I pretty much centered, but these two have kind of gone off to the side, and I kind of like that better, but I don't know. Okay, one more of these, and I'm going to put it on this tag one because it's the other one that's narrow. And I'm going to put it right here because for some reason that card bent right there. And so we'll kind of use the fabric as a band-aid here. I'm probably going to keep this one for myself just so I can remember what I did, because I really like it. Even though it was a kind of a mess when I If you didn't see the last video, you need to go look at the last video because it was truly kind of a mess. But that just goes to show you that you just got to keep going. If you get in a situation where you don't like what you've done, it doesn't mean there's something wrong with it. It just means you need to keep going sometimes. But you also got to know when to stop, and that's sometimes just as hard as knowing whether to keep going or throw it away. Knowing when to stop. Okay. That is not only different words, but it's a different kind of fabric. And I probably should make this a little bit more even. There. Okay. This is the same fabric as the Serenity was on. And this one is well, also not even in the, okay, so there's that one. And I need to trim this one off a little bit too. Okay. Now I've got 3 of those as well. And I'm making a big pile of string over here. Okay, so we've got 3 like this. And then, no. Sorry. Stuff sticking to everything. Okay, we have 4. No? Here we go. We have 4 that are this size and then 2 that are this size. I've got these cut already. Let's do them first. One reason to send these in an envelope is because I'm not laying this fabric down where it could go through the mail. I think it's too easy to catch on things to go through the mail. Okay. Nope, I still, sometimes it just, your eye just says, that's it. That's the way these need to be. And that is what my eye wants today. Okay. I think it's trying to get it straight. Don't know if I can't tell what straight is or if it just doesn't want to be straight. Okay. And then I've got these 3. And And these are just barely fit on the fabric, the lengthwise, so I'm not going to do as much fraying of the edges. Okay, that one's a little too long this way. Whoops. And I got to trim this one a little bit. And y'all tell me in the comments if you think I should have stopped before the words or if you think the words were a good addition. Because I truly am, I like them both ways. I liked them just like they were before any words were added, but I like having the sentiment, you know, from the words on there too. So, okay. There's that one. And this one. One more here. Okay. Now where did I put my pen? I just got a new pen. Just got a new pen. Okay. Let me move stuff here a little bit. So you can see so that's what they look like. And up close, I'll just show you a few of them up close. And then they all look like that on the back. Some of them that way, some of them this way. And see, that's not straight, but it's there. Anyway, I think that was a fun project, and I think they turned out cute, and I'm excited to send them out. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. You have a blessed day.